Hello students, in this video we will see how to convert past perfect tense sentence into a passive voice. The very first we'll write down the sentences in past perfect tense. We know that with I, we, you, they, he, she, it, name, we use had as a helping verb in a past perfect tense. Then after had we have to use a third form of verbs. Here we'll use written. Then suitable object, a letter. Now here the sentences are: I had written a letter, we had written a letter, you had written a letter, they had written a letter, he had written a letter, she had written a letter, it had written a letter, name, take any name, had written a letter. Now how these sentences will get converted into a passive voice, that we'll see. We know that whenever we are writing a passive voice sentence, we have to begin the sentence with a object. Now what is the object here? A letter. So we'll start the sentence, a letter. Then we'll take had as a helping verb, then been, then third form of verb, written, after that by, and after by we have to use the passive form of the subject. That is, if the sentence is I had written a letter, then passive voice will be a letter had been written by me. If we had written a letter, this sentence is there, then it will be a letter had been written by us. If the sentence is you had written a letter, then passive voice will be a letter had been written by you. If the sentence is they had written a letter, then it will be a letter had been written by them. If sentence is he had written a letter, then this passive voice will be a letter had been written by him. If the sentence is she had written a letter, then passive voice will be a letter had been written by her. If the sentence is it had written a letter, then passive voice will be a letter had been written by it. If the name says, suppose Manish had written a letter, then passive voice will be a letter had been written by Manish. Now students, do you like this pattern of converging the sentence from past perfect tense to passive voice? If you like, then please comment me on this video.